Morning all, how the devil are we? I am out pedalling again, just by way of a change. It's turning out to be a rather lovely day for pedalling as well. It's not quite the glorious golden spring ride I was hoping for, but after the wild and woolly weather of the last few weeks, it's really rather nice. I'm feeling quite positive about the whole thing. If you watched the last couple of videos of the ride out to Bristol and you're hoping to see more of Alan, I'm afraid I'm going to have to disappoint you, because Alan is in San Francisco, jet-setting rascal, and I am back riding solo again, just me and the road and the rolling hills. So we're starting off, as is very often the case, heading west out of Reading, kind of following the Thames out to Goring, where we'll cross the river, join up with the Ridgeway trail and climb up onto the Berkshire Downs. It's not a hugely long ride really, but this one isn't really about covering distance. This is more just to give my touring setup a good workout, because it's only a couple of months until I head off to Norway now. After the ride down to Cornwall, I put a whole new drivetrain on. After the ride to Bristol, I put new shifter cables on and wires, new cabling for the dynamo. And then just last night, I put on new tyres, new brake pads, and did a brake bleed. So I just want to give everything a really good shake, make sure nothing falls off really. I've also got a few miscellaneous bits of camping gear that I'm quite keen to try out. And most importantly, I've got this new concept for my sleep system, which will either turn out to be handy or an absolute nightmare. So we're going to ride out today, stop in a campsite tonight and try it all out. That's the plan. If I didn't have big bags on, maybe I had my other bike, I'd blast it down here and straight out the other side. But as it is, I guess cycle touring is all about a bit of riding and then a bit of pushing. So let's do some pushing. The sun's coming out. Village of Goring on Thames. We're through that now, we've crossed the river and we're joining up with the Ridgeway Trail, which kind of feels like the preliminary ride is out of the way and we're getting to the real deal now. It's a bit of a climb up onto the top, I'm going to stop and have a sandwich when I get there. But I just thought I'd pause here and have a cereal bar. Of course, my cereal bars are safely tucked away in the snack cupboard at home. What a dick. So I'm not going to have a cereal bar. I'm going to push on and climb up. So that's the climbing done. I've got a little bit of down and then a little bit of up and a little bit of down. But for the rest of the day, it's just lovely gravel track. It's going to be great. I think the Ridgeway, which is where I am now, as an official thing, it's one of the UK national trails, goes from somewhere in Buckinghamshire, Ivinghoe Beacon I think, out to Avebury at the other end. It's about 90 miles I think. I'm not doing all of it, but as an ancient trail, I think it's one of the oldest roads in Britain, and I think they reckon it's been in use for 5,000 years, which is pretty cool. And it's littered with ancient monuments. White Horse Hill, there's Hillfall, there's burial mounds, there's Wayland Smithy, Long Barrow, there's Avebury Stone Circle, of course, which is world famous, Silbury Hill down that way, and you could probably argue that it goes out to Stonehenge as well, the daddy of all monuments. I'll see the hill fort and I might catch a glimpse of the White Horse because that's pretty close to where I'm going to camp, but one day I'll come out and do the lot. That'll be cool. But yeah, it's nice to think you're on a trail that people were probably driving goats along 5,000 years ago. Or pigs. They've just found evidence of massive pig feasts at Stonehenge, actually. I heard it on the radio the other day. So imagine that. Huge herds of pigs being driven along the Ridgeway. Brilliant. I don't have any pigs though, I'm having a banana. This is all looking rather great now. Had some lunch, cruising along. It's such a great trail. And it's just all this lovely kind of gravel road, bit of grass up on the top. It's just so nice to ride and the views are awesome. I can't really do them justice filming on the phone, the lens is too wide angle. But it is truly the definition of rolling hills. It's fantastic. I'm also noticing in selfie mode, I really need a haircut. Awful. I can only apologise for that. But, what can one do? Here, a monument to Lord Wantage, and I'm going to have a word of the original in memory of his lordship, and another banana and a sandwich and a breather. I've not got that far to go now actually. It's been easier going. The surface is brilliant. It's muddy up here, but it's been great today, and I've been breezing along. I don't know exactly how far I've got to go, but yeah, we should be there in good time to spend hours messing around with this new tent setup. It'll be Well, the sun's starting to drop down a little bit now. I'm getting close to the campsite. I think I'm 6 or 7 miles off. And it's just more of the same really. I don't know, you can't really see. The hills around here are just awesome. Really weird, strange shapes, all this chalk downland, I think. And but yeah, I can't really get any of it on the phone, so it's probably going to be quite a dull video for you watching this. It'll just be me on a gravel path for ages, occasionally stopping for a banana. But yeah, I'm going to push on for a bit and you can watch me put my tent up. That'll be fun. Watch me do some swearing. I'm going that way. So this is pretty much the end of the day really. I'm up on the Hillfall, up on Dragon Hill. The white horse, the Uffington white horse, is carved into the chalk just down there below me. It's not easy to get to with the bike though. I might be able to see it from the road further down I think, but it looks best from the air anyway. Google it if you want to see it. It's stunningly beautiful up here. The sun has gone into that kind of golden, beautiful but blinding mode. But I thought I'd just come up here and bag a trig point, take in the evening. My campsite is down there somewhere on the road. So I'm gonna weave my way down there and get checked into that and stuff. It suddenly occurred to me actually, it's only a little farm campsite. It might not even be open. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? But yeah, let's get down there and see. Up there is the Hillfall again. There's a bit of a better view of it from here. And I mean, I can't really show it on this camera again. This is not a ride for smartphone filming, but it is an amazing thing. The thing that people built that however many thousand years ago and lived here. What a place to live. See that up there on that ridge, that's the Uffington White Horse. You really can't see it unless you're in the sky. I know it's clever that they built it all those thousands of years ago, but were they in the sky? No. They could have just moved it down a little bit and we would have been able to see it from here. They just didn't think of the tourists back in them days. But anyway, that's it up there. It's a figure of a horse, or some people say a dragon, or maybe a dog, I think I've even heard, carved into the chalk. And it's been there for thousands of years. And people have to come out every year or so and re-chalk it and clear it, otherwise it would disappear. So it's amazing, really, that people have been coming out to this hillside and re-chalking a giant horse for thousands of years. I like that. So I found my campsite. All is jolly good. But now the experiment starts. See, I'm going to Norway and Sweden. And I know from experience that in Norway and Sweden there's lots of rocks, lots of very lumpy, uneven, non-level ground, but there's also lots of trees. So, in a fit of whimsy, I bought myself a tensile tree tent, which I did a video about a while ago, and I've slept in it a few times, and it's cool. But I don't really like the rain fly, and I'm also going to Denmark, where I'm not going to be sleeping in trees. I'm going to be sleeping in campsites and things. So I kind of need to be able to pitch on the ground. And when you pitch, you can pitch the tensile on the ground, but you can't get into it under the rainfly because it all pegs to the ground. So I've bought a massive tarp. And what I'm thinking is I can take the tarp, I can use the tarp as a rainfly when the tent's in the trees, and when it's on the ground I can just sleep under the tarp. If there's bugs, I can use the inner from the tensile as a bug net pitched on the ground under a big tarp. I don't know, it might just work, might be crazy, might be just be really heavy. But anyway, I'm going to try and pitch that up. That's what I'm going to sleep in tonight, and let's see how it goes. Okay, I didn't film any of that because I'm making up all of this as I go along. I've done a thing. Oh, you can't even see it, look. That is my bike holding up a tarp, and inside, under the tarp, you definitely can't see that, is the inner piece of my tensile tree tent just pitched on the ground. It'll keep the bugs off and it'll keep the rain off, but it's really small. All you're going to do in there is lie down. I mean, you can't sit up in there. It's hard to get into. If I'm honest, I don't think this is the solution. I'll sleep in it tonight. I'll report back in the morning, but I don't think this is the one. Also, it's getting really cold now. But yeah, we shall see. Anyway, it's been a jolly good day. Thank you for joining me. Let's see if I'm still alive on the morrow. Good night. So that's my sleeping solution for last night. I didn't sleep very well. It was really, really cold. And so I did a lot of curling up and rolling around and things. I also think this is definitely not the solution to take to Norway with me. I usually, when the insects drive me into the tent in the evening, that's normally when I edit these videos, but in there's no room to do anything except sleep. You can just about lie down in there, but even getting up and getting out and getting your shoes on is a pain without the inside getting out and the outside coming in, if you know what I mean. It was always going to be a hack. This was the point of this last night, was to check it, and yeah, it's no good. I need something to keep the bugs off that I can move around in, so I don't know. The search for the perfect sleeping solution goes on. You live and learn. Anyway, I'm going to have some porridge and some coffee, and then I'm going to pedal over to a village a few miles down the road and meet an old friend of mine for lunch, and then make my way home. I'll probably get a train some of the way home. So I won't bother filming today because it's not going to be hugely exciting. But I will be back very soon with another ride. Bye.